Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Talasi. Happy birthday to you. Og nu skal jeg nok holde op med at synge.
Tak, Kirsten. Nej, jeg nyder det. Kan du ikke blive ved?
Jeg synger bestemt ikke lige så godt, som du gør. Det er en af dine særlige talenter, men jeg vil bare lige være sikker på, at vi på denne her vigtige dag, 30. oktober, det herrens år 2023, hvor du faktisk fylder sådan halvrundt, selvom man jo slet ikke kan forstå, at du kan fylde halvrundt. Altså, du forstår ikke, hvordan du gør. Men,
nej, jeg forstår heller ikke selv. Jeg synes, det er surreal.
Ja, men jeg synes, at det er på tide at hylde dig. Og faktisk har jeg præsenteret dig på engelsk, so maybe we should switch to English, actually, because I wrote the whole introduction in English.
Okay.
So welcome to my dear beloved friend, sister Talasi, and I just sang a song, I think it was in Danish or English or something, but we are both from Denmark, but we work internationally, and I thought it was such a good day to just introduce my network to my sister and good friend and also colleague, Deva Talasi, who has been a pioneer of change for so many years. And you've been a little bit reclosed, we've been a little bit retrieved from the world for the past few years because you've been building something new that the world is going to see in a moment. But I just thought this is a good day to just say, present you to the world and just show my network who you are. So, Deva Talasi.
And how many minutes did I get to? I just got an SMS, so it's today, Talasi.
Yeah. You have not been prepared at all. I just throw you into it because this is a special day. It's like an opening of your new leadership in the world, and I think you have already taken a lot of leadership in the world. So how I know you is we have actually been sisters for 20 years, colleagues working in the field of the divine feminine, working in a zillion ways with bringing forth the divine feminine. I used to rent your studio in Copenhagen, where you were doing living heart trainings, and we have to hear it in the moment what that was about. There's a red thread through all the things you've done. Then we met again through sisterhood networks. We were working a lot with that, where you were just amazing at sharing and networking and bringing women together and letting women help each other. And I got to know so many new wonderful sisters through you. And then we've met again in your new amazing place. Did all of you know that Talasi has a pink farm? It's pink. It is literally pink. You drive in the landscape, you're like, I love this nature. And then there's a pink farm. I mean, it's literally pink. The only person I know on the planet with a pink farm. And you have that. And I've been at wonderful retreats with you, family retreats. I discovered when I came to a family retreat with my son, what a master you are at creating spaces, community. I never participated in your leadership trainings or your heart trainings, living heart trainings, but I really discovered when I came with my boy, your talent for bringing people together and creating community and creating meaningful community where we, sacred community where we connect earth and spirit and hearts and souls. I mean, you are a freaking master at that. So the family retreats are amazing. And then I've also been at your more spiritual events where you just host teachers from around the world and create events and retreats. So I just thought today it's your birthday. I need to tell the world that you exist. Those who don't know yet, but they will. So yeah, thank you so much for your pioneering work on this planet. You have done so much to call the light, cultivate the light, share the light, shed light on. You've done so much to just create a space for the light to land. So I just want to honor you for that and really, say thank you on behalf of all of us, because we are so many who have benefited from your amazing work. And I know it has taken a lot. So now you get to say something yourself, and I'd like you to start with, just where you come from. You have such a lineage of back. We're going to do a short one today and then a longer one another day. But just, who are you? What is this heart training and this work you do for the light? And so just tell us a little bit about, what are you motivated by, and where do you want to head? What are you here for?
Yeah, that's a very deep and good question. And yeah, what am I here for? I'm definitely here to be a part of this new earth that is in the making at the moment and have been for a while. And I think I've always felt in my heart some kind of pioneering in wanting to create this new world where people can come together and can live together from the qualities of the heart, where we are taking very good care of, first of all, ourselves and each other and the nature that we are living in, where we honor the feminine aspect, all the life that is around us, and where the masculine aspect of who we are is in service for that. I think that's, and yeah, I think always my strengths or my potential or what I came from is to bring people together in a space of heart, and where we can also practice how is it to live. If we want to live in what we call the new earth's frequency or energy, how is it actually? How are we interacting with each other? How are we interacting with the nature? How are we as human beings? How do we communicate, and how do we take care of ourselves? How do we take care of each other? And how do we build communities that is in alignment with the earth? And yeah, I think I'm really burning for that I'm very passionate about in my own heart, and also how to embody our own soul and give it possibility to express itself in all these many different creative ways that souls love to express, to encourage the people. I've always loved to encourage people that I'm working with to start sharing their find their potentials and share it with each other. And yeah, I think that's maybe, when I was younger, I was working with theater for children and young people. And it's actually a little bit the same I'm still doing, because what I did with the children and the young was to really find out what was their special, unique potential in their soul. What was the expression of their essence. And then we had this theater show or big performance with 120 children and young people in it, and lots of music. It was beautiful. I loved that work there when I was younger, to do that. And what I loved was to see these young people, the teenagers, to shine, especially the boys, to find the courage to express themselves and to find out their own uniqueness and qualities. And then it doesn't matter if you're not so good at that, because then you're good at that, or everyone is good at something. And then find out what are we good at. And then when we find out and we are in a circle, or we are in a group, or we are in a community, then as a whole we are good. We are really, really good, because we are good at everything, because everyone is good at something. So I think that was what was driving me when I was younger, to bring that uniqueness of soul, and also finding love for ourselves in that expression, and for each other, and to support each other. And I also realized that the more vulnerable we dared to share ourselves, especially sharing ourselves in those places where we have been so hidden, because we think I'm not good enough and I'm not loved if I share this part of myself. And then finding out that the more vulnerability that we dare to share, the more love that is actually for us to receive, because everyone just gets so touched when we share ourselves so naked. So that have always been a component in my work, to dare to open up, and to pour in the heart to all these places inside of ourselves that hasn't got love or felt love or feel any kind of worthiness inside, and then find out that through the heart, our own heart, but also through the heart of in the support of other people's hearts, then we start daring to bring more love into ourselves, and in that way heal all these traumatic parts in ourselves that have a lot of shame or doubt that we are not good enough or not valuable or not wanted, or whatever it can be that we all somehow, I think every soul that is seeking the depth or the divine or something deeper, are probably seeking because there are also something to heal. There's something that is pushing us to go deeper, because there's a pain, or there's something that just needs to be met and loved and realized.
Yeah, and that's where it's such an advantage with your age as a crown, because you've actually gone through a lot of processes yourself. So
Oh yeah.
people cannot come to you with the pain you have not faced. So I think
No,
that's a benefit of age, right?
and I had a partner, a beautiful man from the US, Dirk Lokes, once. He's not on the planet any longer, but he really helped me. I was like, why do I have to go through all these things? I just really felt I must be really somehow really fucked up or really traumatized, or because I feel there have been a lot of challenges in my life emotionally and in many ways. And then he said, Talasi, there are long path people and there are short path people. And you are definitely a long path being. And that you are when being a teacher or being a guide, if your soul have that purpose, then it's very important that you kind of learn all the facets of the diamond. You have to go, your soul have to go there, but it also have to go there, and also have to go there and into that pain and into that and into the middle of that, and then out there and the whole way around, because then you can recognize it and you can support other people because all these different feelings and emotions and ways of acting or whatever. Yeah. So I think that's that's maybe. So there's also something positive in having to experience a lot of challenges in life, in that way that you can be of better support for other people. And that's definitely what I want to. My heart just wants to serve, that we can wake up and start to live from our hearts on this planet. And I mean, it's not getting less as the world is looking like now. And that's also why, Kirsten, because of everyone, that I'm not so thrilled about getting on a screen. I have never really done it very much, but I can feel now that we are so called, all of us, to step up and share who we are, because everyone can benefit from everyone. And if we and I have been a bit remote the last soon 7 years after I bought Freya Sail, and I've been here working. There have been many people here, and I've met and worked with people that was here, but I haven't really been so visible in the world. And I can also feel now that it's not just me. I think we are all in this time kind of almost squeezed I feel it's like a cooker pressure, like my soul cannot live with me if I am not being in service for this time, and sharing the wisdom that I can share, that I know many people have already benefit from, and are still and will in the future benefit from. So thank you for bringing me here to take the first little step for now for this circle, this 7-year circle. A new 7-year circle is starting for me now, where I definitely would love to share more of how we can start living more from our heart, and especially within bringing that love into ourselves also. And I'm still a work in progress on that matter. But I know that we can still shine our life even if we are a work in progress, and we can still share our wisdom even if there's also a lot that is still to be embodied and integrated in, because I think this time we are in, it's bringing up a lot of anxieties and fears and worries and all kinds of stuff, especially being a mom. It's like, where are we going? Will the light win? And knowing deep in the heart, of course, it already has been winning, but we kind of just have to rise with it, and let go of all the old programming of fears that is holding us back, and that we are so being let's call imposed with, or penetrated with fears and fears and fears and fears. And as we know, fear is an illusion, but it's an illusion that have become so alive, or like real in a way. It almost seems real. So we can lose ourselves in that and forget that we are already here on a new earth, and we are already here creating together from the love we are and the light we are and have always been. And now it's time that we bring it out and share it with each other, and hold each other's hands, and do this together. And that's what I want to do here in my next 7-year cycle of work. That is definitely to bring people together again and hold each other's hands, to heal and transform, and to rise into this potential and love, and this inner leadership of light that we carry in our heart, all of us. And when we embody our inner leadership of light, then for sure we are also leaders of light in this world. And that is what this earth is calling for, that we are all stepping in and holding the torch now, feel. And for me, it's very important to bring people together, like physically together, so that we can look into each other's eyes, and we can feel each other's bodies and hugs, and we can cook together, we can play together, we can go swimming together, we can go in nature together, we can sit in a sweat lodge, we can sit around the fire and sing and play, and we can dance and sweat, and we can also share our deepest woundings and all our tears, and that is not in the same way possible online. Not in the same way. We can go so far online, but we can't hug each other online, and we can't dry each other's eyes. And so for me, now when the world grow more and more and more digital, I really feel it's important that we remember not every education or every trainings shall be online. We really need each other more than ever. We need to unite. We need to do it together. We need to meet heart to heart, eye to eye, soul by soul, soul to soul. So I have been many years been pregnant with this school, the Inner Leadership of Light School. That is a journey, an embodiment of soul embodiment of light, embodiment of love journey. And I was, as you know, Kirsten, almost letting go of my beautiful home fire sale, and I think many people know that, and many people are maybe also wondering what happened or not happened. But there was, just before I was actually letting it go, I felt this, but I never really lived that dream of creating that school, that leadership of light school, calling in a family of light workers that long to heal, that long to transform, that long to stay strong in your own light, no matter how crazy it becomes from on the outside, no matter how much darkness we have to face in this world, we will still be able to stay in our heart and to stay in our love and to shine our light, and to in that way also call in each other, meet each other, become a family, become a bigger family, so we can turn the light everywhere. And I realized I have so much wanted to do that exactly here, because this is a womb. This is really like a home, a family place, because the place is already very homey. It's not like a retreat place. It's more a home, my home, where I invite people in, and but where there are space enough, and there are a beautiful temple space also, and a big garden, and the ocean is just outside the door almost, and the forest and sacred hills. And I realized I could not create this journey a more beautiful place in my own home, and in the surrounded by the nature I love so much here, and with all my friends like you, Kirsten, that could come and also hold space and share all what I'm not uniquely the best. I'm maybe uniquely the best of being the mama of a circle, and to create trust and relaxation and openness, and create a family. I can create that's a potential that I'm carrying to be. Yeah. Then there's a lot of other things that I have amazing friends that are much more competent in, and so of course I will invite also my competent other teachers and guides to also teach different aspects of how is it to stay in the light in a world that is so challenging this world is right now. Yeah.
And what you're also a master of, and I really want to stress this because you might not know this yourself, but you are a master of ceremonies. Master of ceremony. So I've witnessed you organize weddings for people and all kinds of initiations, and I think that will also be a big part of what you offer in your training, the ceremonial aspect, which is an aspect that is very important, but it has also gone lost in the modern digital world. So I think that's also going to be an important part of your new work, is the ceremonial work, either for couples or individuals or young people, but also in your trainings will definitely also have an important part that's about ceremony. And I think it's so time that you start doing this, because as you say, the world needs it, and you are really good at it, and you have the perfect place for it. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. I mean, we should have signs to go down to the Pink Fire State, because it's such a unique place on the planet, and such the best of Danish energy, the groundedness and wild nature, and has that Nordic light as well.
And just round the corner there is this beautiful sacred hill, this which is very precious to me. It's where I do my weddings, in the summer. And I also realized I can't move away from that place. And I've also told that I'm a gatekeeper for that place. And I think that's why I've been so attracted to it, because sure, the ceremonial aspect will be a very big, maybe the biggest thing of this journey. Every module, every module or every retreat will be framed, ceremonial framed. And it will be, of course, inner weddings, but it will also be funeral, and it will also be soul embodiment, and it will be tantric ceremonies and sacred. Also the death of all what we do not feel we need to carry within us. There will be like a funeral for that. The parts of our ego structure that is just not really supporting us any longer, we will say goodbye to that, and we will also ceremonial birth in the deeper part, the more true soul essence of ourself ceremonially. And we will do cleansing ceremonies, and we will also do wedding ceremonies and engagement ceremonies, and many different kinds of ceremonies. And we will work with different kinds of nature medicine. There are so many ways to cacao and different kind of nature medicines. And it's going to be a very beautiful journey. I have it, I see it, I feel it, and I know, of course, it's going to be evolve, because I'm always, I can only work intuitively and in the here now. Every time I try to plan too much or make a program, I can just laugh at myself after, because it doesn't work. So the journey will create itself from the circle of people. The family that comes together will in a way create it, because it's already there, it's already happening. We just need to grow into it, or to jump into it and experience how it will unfold itself. And I'm very I feel very trustful with that, because I have so many years of experience of working in that way. I had many years of living heart trainings in my center in Copenhagen, Living Heart Temple, and actually amazing things was born from those years. And still the temple is full on with my earlier students, with Martin and Diana, who created Chai in that same space. And so, I have good experience with taking these long journeys, and I really love to do it, because we get to know each other so deeply, and we can open more and more and more and more, and get more and more transparent, and heal deeper and deeper, and also dare to be more and more expressive with dancing and singing and artistic expression in many ways. And so I just love that playfulness. And now we also have the nature to play in this time, and I have this huge wild garden that, there are so many possibilities there also. And also my idea with this is that the people, this family of light that will come together and be on this leadership of light training, will always have a home here. It will be like a place where you can also, if you need to go on a retreat, needs to stay a little silence, need to just be in nature, need to live in a little hut or in a teepee or in the house, or just go and work, help a bit, be like a work away, and participate in some daily routines and meditation or dance or whatever happens. Then that will also be a way that there is a home, there's an extra home where there is a heart for you always, and support. And also my idea actually is to be a little bit online, so that the family can meet on a Zoom call or something, and have a little sharing in between the the time where we meet physically, so that there's support the whole way through in that 1 year process, because it's not easy to step into the light. There are so many fears that needs to be conquered and met, and to stay really strong in what our hearts needs is the truth.
Absolutely. So as it's so needed, it's so good that you are finally birthing this new training. So I've urged the people who watch this to follow your Facebook page and then see when you announce it. And also, I just want to say that you are also an amazing songwriter. So I also hope that we will also experience more of your songs on Spotify or other channels where we can down and listen to your very inspiring and heartful and just beautiful songs. I really love your songs. So
at least there's one on SoundCloud. We can put the link under here.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
The Rainbow Warrior is here,
which is a wonderful. That says everything about you. That song. That you can write the song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wrote it to my son, but of course that was also to me and to everyone who is on this journey of being, of shining our light while we are still humans in process of transforming us self into becoming even more able to always live from our hearts. Don't we want that? We so want that. But of course, that's a journey, and we have to be very compassionate and forgiving towards ourselves when it's not possible, and we have to be very compassionate and forgiving towards each other when it's not possible. And in that way, we are living in our hearts if we can forgive the one who can't forgive, forgive the one who cannot help herself being very angry or shameful or jealous or whatever it can be that sometimes can be difficult to cope with within ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. This is why we need lighters like yourself, and there's
Lighters.
I hope people can hear why Illumina has a sister called Talasi, because we are definitely on the same path of opening more up to the light within and spreading more light in the world and working for the light and working for a bright future for all. So
and bringing the feminine wisdom to
Yeah.
forefront now.
Yeah.
So important right now. And
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for who you are, Kirsten, and for what you do in this world. You are just amazing. You are a master, and I'm so bowing to you.
And me too. and also an
I don't know anyone so supportive and so cheering, and every time I know, and if I need to see myself in a little bit brighter or a much brighter light than I do, then I know who to call. And to have a sister to go like that, that's just such a gift. And I really hope that I can also be that kind of sister for everyone else and for the people who are around me more and more and more. I will work on that because I really look up to you and honor you so much for who you are. A master in supporting and also to bring this wisdom out in the world and bring so many other people, you help so many people to become who they are, to become leaders.
Thank you so much. I think it's very healing for us women to see each other and to feel seen, because that's a big pain and grief in the divine, in the feminine, that we have not seen ourselves or been seen or seen each other for years and years and years. If you look at it, the collective history of the feminine. So it's so healing when women actually see each other and honor each other and go beyond competition and go into supporting each other and helping each other and shedding light on, well, you're a master of that, and there's another sister who's a master of that, and there's a third sister who's a master of that.
Exactly.
There's a brother who's a master of that, and there's a little brother who's a master of that, and there's a So we actually manifest what you talked about in the beginning. Everyone has a divine gift for this world, and we might as well share the light and point to each other's light and help each other see the light in all of us. So that's what we're good at, exchanging that. So I thought, for birthday, it's my turn to shed the light on who you are and what you're up to and what you're able to and what we can expect from you. So thank you so much.
But I just want to add this about supporting each other, seeing each other's light, and lifting each other, because this whole thing about competition, or it is the most crazy thing in the world, because no one could ever be. We are the only one who can be uniquely us. So why compare ourselves with each other? There is absolutely no reason for comparison, because no one can anyway be us, and we can't be them. So we can only be uniquely us, and then we can shine together in all our unique light, all our sisters and brothers together. So it's so important that we get that there are no one who is can be better or smaller or anything, because we can only be uniquely ourselves. And there are no one that can be Kirsten, and no one can be Talasi. No one can be us. We can just be us. So why not just bow to every one of us for that unique expression of heart that we all are? And that's what I love to do in my heart dances. That is that's actually what I love to do, maybe most of everything. That is to have people singing and looking each other into the eyes and recognize and bow to this unique expression of God that we all are, and get touched by seeing ourselves in another expression of the divine, and be touched instead of feeling I'm not as good, and because it's all us anyway. We all share the same light anyway. We all share the same divinity. We are just different flutes playing in the same wind.
Exactly.
And when we play together, it's so beautiful to listen to all these different notes,
Definitely. And you are a master of connecting all the different flutes. You're like, master of coordinating all this. So everyone who heard this, please look out for Deva Talasi. And now I'll let you go and have your birthday celebration.
Yeah.
But it was wonderful that you wanted to come and introduce yourself to the world. And thank you so much for everything you have done already. And thank you even more for what you're going to do. It's so exciting.
Yeah. And thank you for pushing me.
My expertise.
I was not so really.
I always, if I am a master of seeing the light in others, and I'm also someone who will make sure it is if you allow it,
turn on.
Turn on the light and shine it. Do we need more light in the world? Yes or yes, we do.
Yeah. Oh my God, we need so much light. So yeah, let's just do it. Let's create it. Let's create all these beautiful spaces for turning on the light.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Love you so much, Kirsten.
Thank you so much back to you. So everyone, thank you for watching or listening. And now you know which sisters to look out for if you want some more light.